immortal murderer frousing in ice for 400 years. After awakening in space, he goes on a revenge spree. Not only is he immortal, he is also very decisive in his killings. After Jason's crime spree, Jason was finally captured by the military. He was held in chains in a secret base. The military was about to take Jason away to study his body, but it was a security guard who was tied up. Jason escapes and then suddenly attacks. The crowd has no time to react, and the bullets couldn't hurt Jason. That case, Jason didn't feel any pain. In a matter of seconds, Jason kills everyone. It would have been horrible if Jason had escaped from the base. After researcher Rowan picked up the shotgun, she lowered Jason to the underground ice vault. Then she pulled the trigger repeatedly. Jason was shot into the freezer. Rowan quickly closes the hatch and releases the freezing agent. She looks through the glass to the freezer compartment, but Jason stabbed his knife through the steel door. Rowan falls to the ground wounded. The freezer detects the refrigerant leak and closes the door, and Jason and Rowan were frousing into ice sculptures. More than 400 years later, an archaeological team discovers the underground base. They enter the freezer and open the freezer door. They find ice sculptures of Jason and Rowan. The remains are of value to them for research. The team took the two men out of the underground base. Then they left the planet in a spaceship. After the Earth's environment collapsed, humans fled into space. After the ship returns to the giant mothership, the archaeology team began to study the remains. They found some of Rowan's cells were still alive. Rowan might be able to come back to life. At this time, human technology was advancing at a rapid pace. Nanobots wrapped around the wound could repair any damage. The nanobots awaken all of Rowan's dormant cells. Rowan slowly opens his eyes. The captain explains the situation to Rowan. Rowan only cares about whether Jason is released. The captain assures him that there is no problem, but the tough Jason would not die easily. As the ice melts, Jason comes back to life. Before the researcher could see the problem, she's attacked from behind by Jason. The researcher is then pushed into the cooling pool and killed by Jason. Then Jason picked out a large knife. He wanders the ship without a purpose. Who will be the next target? The men have no idea of the danger that is coming. The man is cut in half by Jason's knife, but he doesn't feel a thing. As space distorts, it turns out it was a virtual game. Back in reality, the two men are no longer lucky. Jason kills them all with a vengeance. The crew's deaths did not go unnoticed by the captain. He asks the security team to take Jason alive. The captain also made the wrong decision. He asked the team to split up. This was to Jason's advantage, because not only is he immortal, he can also hunt moving targets in tight quarters. At first, half the team was killed, so the team decided to move in together. But in the darkness of the cargo bay, the last man to go continued to die. Soon only the captain of the security team is left alive. The captain realizes the danger. He asks the pilot to dock at the spaceport. The pilot is about to reply when he spots Jason. Out of control, the ship crashed into the port. The building was smashed to pieces. The leaking fuel caused an explosion. The captain could only reassure everyone. The main control hall is safer with bulletproof glass. But the next moment, Jason broke the glass and burst into the captain was killed with a single blow. The rest of the crew split up. They prepare to launch their escape craft. One crew member tries to escape alone. She forced the ship to start without disconnecting the fuel line. This causes a violent explosion. Jason is slowly approaching. The crew are desperate. Suddenly, the mechanic arrives with a reformer. The reformer raises his weapon, only to be impaled by Jason. Jason prepares to retrieve his sword, only to have the reformer suddenly awaken. He pulls the trigger and sends Jason flying. The reformer continues to fire. The submachine gun in his hand fires a barrage of bullets. The tough Jason was knocked backwards, but he managed to get back up. The reformer pulls out his ultimate weapon. This powerful murderer has finally fallen after being shot. The impact and the damage from the fight. The ship is badly damaged. It will only last 30 minutes. Help could arrive in as little as an hour. The mechanics have come up with a great idea. They could blow up the damaged parts of the ship. This will slow down the explosion of the ship while the bombs are being set. The damaged medical bay suddenly activated. The nanobots crawl towards Jason's remains. Jason is reanimated. His entire body is covered in metal. Normal bullets can't hurt him. The reformer tried to continue the fight against Jason. As a result, his head was knocked off. The others flee quickly. One crew member was too late to escape. He pressed the detonation switch. Jason and the damaged hull were thrown into space. The few remaining men relaxed. They thought Jason was going to die this time. Soon the rescue ship arrives. The crew were just about to leave. Suddenly a hand punches through the ship's hull. There was a pressure imbalance between the inside and outside. One crew member was sucked out. The three men close the hatch and make their way to the escape route. Bad news from the rescue craft. The door to the escape hatch is blocked. They had to open it manually from outside the ship. The captain finally chooses to exit the hatch and open the door. In order to hold Jason back, the mechanic opens a virtual dimension to reveal two girls. This succeeded in attracting Jason, but Jason was cruel. Took out both girls. The virtual space gradually collapsed. The captain opened an escape route just in time. The mechanic and Rowan escaped unscathed. The rescue ship had just left. The ship exploded with a violent explosion, but the two men are not happy, for they saw a terrible sight. Jason was following the shockwave towards the rescue ship. The moment of truth, the captain to push Jason away. In the friction of the atmosphere, the two of them fell into the lake as a meteor. A couple saw the meteor and followed it with curiosity, but this lake is the scene of a terrible legend.